My child, stop right now. Do not scroll past this moment. I am speaking to you not by accident, not by coincidence, but by intention. I know where you are sitting. I know what you have been tolerating in silence. And I need you to hear me clearly, because what you have been allowing cannot continue. Not because you are weak, not because you have failed, but because I love you too much to let you remain where you are. You have felt it deep inside, haven't you? A quiet unrest. That holy discomfort that shows up when the room goes silent. You've tried to reason with it. You've told yourself, just a little longer, or this is just a season, or I'll deal with it later. But I am here now to tell you the truth in love. Later has been costing you peace. And this can't continue because I am preparing you for more than you've been settling for. I am not raising my voice at you. I am leaning in close. I am asking for your attention because your destiny is being shaped by what you tolerate. You were never meant to survive life on autopilot. You were never meant to keep repeating cycles that drain your joy and dull your faith. I placed my hand on your life for purpose, not for endless endurance. And today, I am interrupting your routine because I refuse to let you confuse familiarity with safety. Listen to me, my child. If this message found you, it is because your spirit is ready to hear what your mind has been resisting. You already know something has to change. You already feel the weight of what has gone on too long. And I want you to stay with me right now, because what I am about to reveal will bring clarity, not condemnation, direction, not fear. Before we go any further, let this moment matter. Let it mark you. If this word is speaking to your heart, respond. Like this message as an act of agreement. Comment so your voice joins the testimony of others I am awakening. Share this with 3 people you know are silently struggling, and hype this message so it reaches the ones who feel alone. Subscribe, not for a channel, but for the reminder that I am still speaking, still guiding, still calling my children forward. Do not brush this off as just another video. I am addressing the very thing you have prayed about but stopped expecting an answer for. I am stepping into the space where you grew tired of waiting. And I need you to trust me when I say this. I am not exposing what can't continue to shame you. I am revealing it to free you. Take a breath, my child. Say here with me. What you are about to hear next will help you understand why the unrest you feel is not a problem, but a signal. And once you understand that, you will never see your situation the same way again. My child, I see you. Not the version of you that smiles in front of others, not the strong face you put on when you say you're fine, but the real you. I see the exhaustion you carry quietly. I see the weight you've learned to hold without complaining. And I need you to know this before anything else. You have never been unseen by me. I know the season you are in. I know how long you've been here. I know how many times you told yourself to keep going because stopping felt impossible. I watched you pray with hope at first, then pray with questions, and then pray with silence when words no longer came. I heard every sigh you released when no one was around. I counted every tear you wiped away before anyone could notice. And through it all, I never looked away. You have wondered if this struggle meant you were doing something wrong. You questioned whether you missed my voice or failed a test. Let me correct that lie gently. The pressure you feel is not proof of rejection. It is evidence that you are growing beyond what once held you. I allow certain tensions not to crush you, but to reveal that your capacity has changed. What once fit no longer does, and that discomfort is not punishment, it is preparation. I know the cycle that keeps repeating, the conversations that go nowhere, the habits that promise relief but leave you emptier. the environments that require you to shrink just to stay. You've asked yourself, why does this keep happening? And I am answering you now. It is not because you are stuck. It is because I am calling you forward, and part of you has been afraid to move. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not faithless for feeling frustrated. You are human, and you are my child. Even when you doubted yourself, I never doubted who I created you to be. Even when you felt overlooked, I was positioning you. Even when you thought nothing was changing, I was working beneath the surface, strengthening roots you could not yet see. Hear me clearly now. I recognize your obedience in private. I recognize the restraint you've shown when you could have walked away completely. I recognize the prayers you whispered instead of giving up. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not late. You are right where I can reach you, shape you, and speak to you without distraction. The reason this message is resonating so deeply is because your spirit knows I am speaking directly to you. This is not general. This is personal. I'm not my child. And I want you to let go of the fear that says, what if I can't handle what comes next? Because I would never bring you to a moment of recognition without also providing the grace for transition. Rest here for a moment. Let yourself be known by me again. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to explain yourself. I already understand. And now that you know I see you fully, I am about to show you why this season is ending, and why what can't continue has been quietly making room for what must begin. My child, now I will tell you the truth you have been sensing but have struggled to name. This can't continue because what you are allowing is quietly opposing what I am building. Not everything that feels familiar is safe, and not everything you have survived was meant to become permanent. I did not design you to live in constant resistance, where your spirit must keep fighting just to stay afloat. The unrest you feel is not confusion. It is alignment knocking on the door. When something no longer fits the calling on your life, it begins to feel heavy. When a season has expired, it starts demanding more energy than it gives. And when I am ready to move you forward, I allow discomfort to speak louder than fear. That is what you are experiencing right now. You have been telling yourself that enduring disproves your strength. But hear me clearly, endurance without direction will drain you. I never asked you to remain in places that slowly silence your joy. I never asked you to normalize what numbs your spirit. What you thought was patience has begun to turn into delay, and delay has been disguising itself as faithfulness. I am gently removing the disguise today. This cannot continue because it is costing you clarity. It is dulling your sensitivity to my voice. It is keeping you focused on maintenance instead of movement. I am not exposing this to make you feel guilty. I am revealing it because I want you free. Free to respond when I call. Free to grow without resistance. Free to receive what you have been praying for without dragging the weight of what no longer belongs. Understand this, my child. When I prepare to elevate you, I first confront what is draining you. When I prepare to bless you, I separate you from what competes for your trust. And when I prepare to use you, I no longer allow you to stay comfortable in cycles that shrink your faith. This is not loss. This is transition. And now, as this truth settles in your heart, hear me in this moment of alignment. I am saying to you, this work you are hearing, this word that is reaching you, is not meant to stop with you. Just as I am calling you out of what cannot continue, I am calling you to help carry this light to others who are still sitting in silence. I tell you plainly, when you sow into what feeds souls, you become part of the harvest. I have said that those who scatter seed generously will see rivers open where there was drought, and I am speaking that over you now. If your spirit feels stirred, this is your moment to act. Support this mission through super thanks or membership, or give through PayPal using the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. This is not just a gift. It is obedience. It is seed. It is partnership with me. And I bless what you release, commanding it to return to you multiplied, pressed down, and overflowing. Do it now, my child, and watch how I move. My child, listen to me carefully now, because what I am about to say comes from love, not frustration. I am correcting you because I care too deeply to remain silent. Your action is not punishment. It is protection. And if I am addressing this area of your life, it is because I see where it leads if nothing changes. You have been trying to make peace with what I never called peace. You have been adjusting your heart to survive environments that require you to shrink. I have watched you explain away the discomfort, telling yourself that this is just how things are, that asking for more would be selfish, that leaving would mean failure. But I need you to hear me clearly. Staying where I did not place you will eventually cost you what I did give you. I am not asking you to be harsh. I am asking you to be honest. Honest about what drains you. Honest about what keeps pulling you backward. Honest about what no longer bears fruit in your life. You have been loyal to situations I never asked you to covenant with. You have confused patience with permission. And now, as your father, I am stepping in to redirect you before the weight becomes heavier. This correction may feel uncomfortable, because truth often disrupts what comfort had been hiding. But discomfort is not danger when I am the one guiding you. I am not removing something to leave you empty. I am making room. I am teaching you that love does not require self-abandonment, and faith does not mean ignoring the warnings I place in your spirit. You have asked me to lead you. You have prayed for clarity, and clarity often comes as a narrowing of options. Some doors must close because they distract you from the path ahead. Some habits must end because they dull your discernment. Some connections must shift because they no longer honor the person you are becoming. This is not rejection. This is refinement. Do not mistake my correction as disappointment. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of how far you've come. But I refuse to let you settle into a version of life that keeps you spiritually tired. I refuse to let you normalize cycles that require constant recovery. I am calling you higher, and higher ground demands lighter baggage. You may feel resistance rising in you even now. That resistance is not rebellion. It is fear of the unknown. And I understand that fear. But I remind you that obedience often requires movement before full understanding. You do not need every detail to take the next step. You only need to trust that I am with you. Let my correction realign you, not harden you. Let it sharpen your discernment, not shame your heart. I am teaching you how to recognize when something has overstayed its welcome in your life. And as you learn this, you will also learn how deeply committed I am to your peace. Stay with me, my child. The correction is not the end of the message. It is the turning point. What comes next will restore your strength and remind you that you are not walking into uncertainty alone. I am leading you, step by step, exactly where you need to be. My child, I know that after correction comes weariness, and after truth comes the quiet question of whether you are strong enough to do what I am asking. So I speak to you now with encouragement, not pressure. You are not failing. You are awakening. And awakening can feel exhausting before it feels empowering. I see how heavy your head has been. I see how you've tried to hold everything together while parts of you felt like they were unraveling. But hear me clearly. The fact that you are still standing is not because of your own strength alone. It is because I have been sustaining you in ways you did not even notice. When you thought you were running on empty, I was carrying you. You have told yourself that you should be stronger by now, braver by now, more certain by now. But growth does not always announce itself with confidence. Sometimes it shows up as courage trembling in your hands. Sometimes it looks like obedience mixed with fear. And that does not disqualify you. It proves you are human, and it proves you are willing. I am not asking you to leap ahead. I am asking you to take the next faithful step. You do not need to have all the answers to be obedient. You do not need to feel fearless to move forward. Strength, in my kingdom, is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to trust me while fear is still present. And you are already doing that more than you realize. Remember this, my child. I never call you out of something without equipping you for what comes next. I never ask you to release what is familiar without offering you my presence as assurance. What feels like loss right now will soon reveal itself as space, space to breathe, space to heal, space to receive what aligns with who you are becoming. You are not walking this path alone. I am not watching from a distance. I am beside you, steadying you when your steps feel uncertain. When your strength wavers, mine does not. When your confidence fades, my promises remain. You are allowed to lean on me. You are allowed to rest without guilt. Rest is not a pause in progress when I am leading you. It is part of the preparation. I know you are tired of starting over. I know you fear repeating the same patterns in a different form. But this time is different because this time you are listening. This time you are aware. This time you are choosing alignment over comfort. And that choice, even when it feels small, carries great weight in the spirit. Lift your head, my child. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are becoming stronger in ways that matter. What you are releasing no longer defines you, and what lies ahead will not require you to abandon who you are. I am shaping you with care, not rushing you, not forcing you. Say encourage you. Let my words settle into your spirit. The strength you need for the next step is already being supplied, and as you move forward, you will begin to feel the lightness of obedience, the peace of alignment, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are not walking alone. My child, now I speak to you with assurance, because I do not call you forward without anchoring you in promise. What I am asking of you is not a gamble. It is not a risk without covering. It is a step into alignment, and alignment always carries my faithfulness with it. You may not see the full picture yet, but I see it clearly, and I am holding every detail together for your good. I promise you this: obedience to me will never leave you empty. When you release what cannot continue, I will not replace it with confusion. I will replace it with clarity. I will not replace it with lack. I will replace it with provision. You may fear that letting go will create a void, but I tell you now, I fill every space I ask you to open. I am not a God who subtracts without intention. I am a Father who prepares before He provides. Trust my timing, even when it feels slower than your desire. My delays are not denials, and my silence is not absence. There are things I am arranging that require precision, and there are blessings ahead of you that need you to be ready to receive them. If I moved you too quickly, you would arrive before your strength caught up with your calling. I love you too much to rush what I am carefully building. I promise you peace in exchange for the chaos you are releasing. Not the kind of peace that ignores reality, but the kind that steadies you in the middle of change. I promise you rest for your spirit, even while your life is shifting. I promise you that I will guide your steps, not all at once, but daily, in ways that keep you close to me. You have worried about making the wrong choice. Hear me now. When you seek me, when you listen for my voice, when you choose alignment over fear, I am faithful to redirect you even if your steps feel imperfect. You are not navigating this alone. I am involved. I am attentive. I am committed to you. I promise that what you are leaving behind will not define your future. Your past obedience has not been wasted, and your past endurance has not been ignored. I redeem seasons. I restore years. I use even the hard chapters to strengthen you for what comes next. Nothing you have walked through has disqualified you. In my hands, it has prepared you. Hold on to this truth, my child. I do not ask you to trust blindly. I ask you to trust me. My character has not changed. My love for you has not wavered. My plans for you remain good, purposeful, and full of hope. Even when the path feels unfamiliar, my presence will be familiar enough to steady you. Rest in my promise now. Let assurance replace anxiety. Let trust quiet the questions. What you are stepping into has been prayed over, prepared for, and protected. And as you continue forward, you will discover that my promises are not fragile. They are firm, faithful, and already at work in your life. My child, now is the moment to respond. Not with fear, not with hesitation, but with faith. Everything I have spoken to you has been leading here. Truth without action fades, and recognition without response keeps you standing at the edge. I am inviting you to step forward, not because you are fully ready, but because I am with you. Do not wait for the perfect feeling. Do not wait until every doubt disappears. Faith is not born from certainty. It is released through obedience. What I am asking of you right now is simple, but it is powerful. A decision in your heart. A surrender in your spirit. A willingness to say, I trust you more than I trust what I can see. This is where cycles break. This is where fear loosens its grip. This is where you stop revisiting what I already asked you to release. Speak it, even if your voice trembles. Tell me you are ready to let go of what cannot continue. Tell me you are ready to follow where I lead, even if the path unfolds one step at a time. I am listening and I am near. You do not need to announce this to the world. This is a sacred exchange between you and me. But it must be intentional. Passive faith will not carry you where I am taking you. I am calling you to active trust. To wake up each day choosing alignment. To pause when I prompt you. To move when I nudge you. This is how transformation takes root. You may feel resistance rising as you commit. Old fears will try to remind you of past disappointments. Old patterns will whisper that nothing really changes. But I tell you now, this moment is different because you are different. You are listening with discernment. You are responding with awareness. And that changes everything. Let this activation be more than emotion. Let it be agreement. Agreement that you will no longer ignore the unrest I place in your spirit. Agreement that you will no longer cling to what drains you. Agreement that obedience is safer than familiarity. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for availability. Pray with me now, even if it is only in your heart. Say, I am willing. That prayer opens doors fear has kept shut. That prayer invites my strength into your weakness. That prayer shifts the atmosphere around you, even if nothing looks different yet. The unseen always moves before the visible. As you take this step, remember this. I am not testing you. I am partnering with you. I am not standing behind you pushing. I am walking ahead of you leading. Every step of obedience activates grace. Every act of trust deepens our relationship. and every surrender positions you for what I have already prepared. Stay present, my child. Do not rush past this moment. Let it settle into your spirit. You have activated something today that will continue to unfold in the days ahead. And as we move toward closure, I want you to carry this with you. You responded. You did not ignore my voice. You chose faith, and the choice will echo farther than you can imagine. My child, now let your heart rest. You have listened. You have received. And you have responded. What I asked you to face was not easy, but it was necessary. This could not continue because I am leading you into peace, not pressure, into clarity, not confusion, into life, not survival. And now, as this moment closes, I want you to feel the calm assurance of knowing that I am still with you. You are not walking away from something without direction. You are walking toward what I have already prepared. What you released today was not holding you together. It was holding you back. And the peace you feel right now is confirmation, not coincidence. This is what alignment feels like. This is what obedience produces. A quiet strength, a settled heart, a future that no longer feels heavy before it even arrives. Carry this truth with you. You are not late, and you are not behind. You are exactly where I can guide you most clearly. The ending of one season does not mean loss while I am the one closing the door. It means protection. It means preparation. It means I am clearing the way for something that requires your full heart, your full attention, and your full trust. And now, as my peace settles over you, I speak to you again with purpose. This word was not meant to end with you. There are others who are still sitting in cycles that cannot continue, still believing they must endure what I am calling them to release. And I am telling you plainly, when you help carry this message, you become part of their breakthrough. I say to you, when you sow into this work, you are planting seed into lives you may never meet, and I am the one who brings the increase. This is your moment to act again. Support this mission through super thanks or membership, or give through PayPal using the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. This is not charity. This is partnership. This is seed placed into good soil. And I declare that what you release now, I will bless. I will multiply it back to you in ways that bring peace, provision, and purpose. Do not delay. Obey my prompting and move now. As we close, remember this message. What could not continue has been confronted. What must begin has been activated. You are not returning to life as it was. You are moving forward with awareness, courage, and trust. And I will walk with you through every step that follows. If this word spoke to you, seal it. Like this message as agreement. Comment to declare that you are choosing alignment. Share this with 3 people who need to hear that they are not trapped. Hype this message so it reaches the ones who feel forgotten. Subscribe so you remain connected to what I am doing and what I am speaking. Rest now, my child. Let peace guard your heart. Let hope guide your vision. And know this above all else. What I am beginning in you will not fail, because I am the one who called you forward.